Starting this year, you will see changes in your tax returns, especially when it comes to health care coverage. Jennifer Jenkins is from the Internal Revenue Service. She joins us this morning with more and to explain a few things. Jennifer, thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, good morning.
First of all, because of the Affordable Care Act, there's some changes this year that you need to be aware of. There's three things that we're going to show you right now. You have to do one of these three things, right, Jennifer? Let's start off with report coverage. Is that the easiest form of it?
Most people, we figure about 75 to 80% of folks are simply going to have to check a box on their tax return, either 1040, 1040A, or 1040EZ. So most folks are simply going to check a box to show, to certify, to self-certify that they did have the minimum essential health care coverage for the year.
The second thing you could do is claim an exemption from coverage. What do you mean by that?
Well, for folks who, for religious or other reasons, are exempt from having the health care coverage, they can claim an exemption. I believe that's Form 8965.
Thirdly, you can make a shared responsibility payment.
So that is the third category. If you did not have the minimum essential coverage for the year, which is the case for most folks, if you did not have an exemption, that is, if you didn't have a reason approved that it would exempt you from having that minimum essential coverage, then you do have a shared responsibility payment to make when you submit your tax return.
Okay, just be aware of those. One of those three things, you're going to have to decide what's the best thing for you. Is this a situation where people could be on their own with this? Is it simple enough, or do you advise getting help?
Well, usually some of the tax software that you can use is going to help you really simplify things quite a bit, because if you're using software, and we do have available to most folks income $60,000 or less through our freefile program, there is software that's available, accessible to most people out there watching the show.
So no need to go out and buy like a TurboTax package or something like that. If you make under $60,000, you get something like that for free?
Right. You can go to IRS.gov and just in the search box type in free file, and you can find out about your options. And the software will take care of knowing whether you need to fill out Form 8965 or what your minimum essential coverage, shared responsibility payment is going to be, that sort of thing. So all you have to do is follow the prompts that the software asks you for. It'll walk you through the process, and you just fill in the blanks.
What about itemizing your tax? And it's not for everyone. If you're younger and you make a little less money and your life's a little more simple, there's no reason to really itemize things and save all of those receipts, is there?
Well, it really depends. If someone has a home, for example, that's one of the major ways that you can itemize deductions. If you are paying interest on your mortgage, if you have property taxes, those are the type of things that often result in sort of significant itemized deductions for folks. If you're a very charitable person and you're keeping receipts and you know how much you gave to charity during 2014, that can add up too. So it really is a choice between whether you meet the threshold for the standard deduction or if it's worth your effort, time and effort to itemize your deductions and maybe save a little bit of money on your taxes.
Yeah, some things to think about, whether you do it yourself or you might want to go out there and get help if things are becoming a little too complicated. Jennifer, thanks so much.
Okay,
we appreciate it.